Today we're diving into something profound: human desires, their infinite nature, and how they shape our lives. But first, let me tell you a story about frogs, a well, and the vast ocean beyond. Once upon a time, there was a deep well near the sea. Inside this well lived a group of frogs. For them, this well was their entire world, safe, familiar, and finite. One day, a frog from the vast ocean was swept into their little world. The well frogs were curious. "Where are you from?" they asked. The ocean frog replied, "I come from the sea, a place so vast you can't imagine it." The well frogs tried to comprehend this ocean. They hopped around their tiny world and asked, "Is it as big as our well? Or maybe twice as big?" The ocean frog laughed and said, "No, it's far bigger, so infinite that your well is just a drop in comparison." This story isn't just about frogs, it's about us. Like those frogs in the well, we often live within our own limited worlds. Our desires, whether for success, love, or happiness, seem infinite. But are they truly limitless? Here's the paradox. Human desires are infinite because no matter what we achieve, there's always something more to want. Yet each individual desire is finite. It has boundaries. It's like imagining the largest number possible. No matter how big your number is, you can always add one more. What's fascinating is that infinity looks different for everyone. A child might see infinity in a toy store. An artist might see it in their creative legacy. Our perception of infinite depends on our individual experiences and mental boundaries. Even philosophers and scientists admit that infinity is hard to grasp. It's not just a number or concept, it's an acknowledgement of our limits in understanding the boundless. So what can we learn from our froggy friends? First, it's okay to live in your well, your comfort zone. But don't forget there's an ocean out there. Explore it when you can. Second, remember that our desires often reflect what we think we lack, not what truly fulfills us. Sometimes what we chase isn't what we truly need. What if we shifted our focus? Instead of chasing endless desires for material things or validation, what if we sought deeper connections with ourselves, others, and even nature? True fulfillment might not lie in achieving every desire, but in aligning them with what genuinely matters: love, growth, and purpose. So ask yourself, are you living like a frog in a well, or are you ready to explore your own ocean of possibilities? Picture this. You've been savoring the serenity of your journey. A book in hand, music in your ears, it's the perfect escape. But then that soda you enjoyed earlier begins to demand its toll. Suddenly, all your focus shifts to one thing: a restroom. In that moment, your grander desires, reading, music, even the joy of travel, fade into the background. All that matters is fulfilling this immediate need. This is where we see the hierarchy of desires at play. Psychologist Abraham Maslow explained this phenomenon through his hierarchy of needs. At its core are physiological needs: food, water, shelter. When these aren't met, higher aspirations like creativity or self-fulfillment take a back seat. It's not that your love for books or music disappears. It's just overshadowed by something more urgent. This shift reminds us that our desires are layered and context-dependent, but not all desires are created equal. Some stem from necessity, while others reflect deeper aspirations. Think of it like peeling an onion. Each layer reveals something new. Reiss' 16 Basic Desires theory expands on this idea. From power and independence to tranquility and curiosity, our motivations are as diverse as they are interconnected, yet they often overlap in surprising ways. Here's where it gets tricky. Our desires often feel infinite because we're constantly chasing what's next. But are they truly limitless? Or are we just frogs in a well, unaware of the vast ocean beyond? This endless pursuit can blur the line between what we truly want and what we think we need. Sometimes our desires are just disguised necessities. So how do we uncover our true desires? Start by asking yourself, if all your basic needs were met, what would you seek next? Knowledge, connection, purpose. Philosophers call this transcendence, the ultimate quest to align with something greater than ourselves. It's about peeling back those layers to find what truly fulfills us. In our story, the restroom wasn't just a necessity. It was a reminder of how easily immediate needs can overshadow everything else. But once fulfilled, those higher desires come rushing back. And that's life. A constant balancing act between meeting our needs and pursuing our dreams. So here's my question for you. What lies beneath your layers of desire? Are you chasing what truly matters, or just reacting to life's demands? If this journey resonated with you, like and subscribe for more thought-provoking content, and share in the comments below, what do you think is your ultimate desire?